Live from the westernunion.com VIP lounge.
It's 106 KMEL, your girl Shay Diddy here, sitting down with the one, the only Belly. How are you?
I'm great. It feels good to be the one and only Belly.
You are the one and only.
It's crazy.
I mean, there's a movie, but as far as rappers, name another Belly.
No, there is none. I was Belly before the movie too. Let's just clear that up. Let's put that in the air.
Let's talk about it. How did you even come up with your name?
Man, it's become like a urban myth now. Honestly, I don't even remember the real story anymore. I just started telling so many like crazy fairy tales about how I came up with the name, and I just got lost in translation now.
So
I honestly don't even remember.
He's like, it's just my name. It's always been your name.
It's definitely tied in to my physical attributes, you know.
Lovely.
But there's like the whole rebellious, derived belly from rebellious kind of thing.
That's dope.
So it's so much, man. I made up a lot along the way.
Are you a rebellious type of person?
I am.
Are you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, rebel. Okay, we got a gangster in the building. I'm just playing.
I just don't conform,
Hey, as you should not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are the people that change society and change the world. You can't conform.
I'm just a dude, man.
He's like, I'm just me. So let's talk about your hit single, Might Not. Were you surprised that it went as far? It was #1 on Billboard. It was crazy. What was your reaction to that?
I think it was amazing that it came off a mixtape.
Yeah.
That was like, initially we put that out just to, I got like a dope little cult following of, amazing fans that like follow everything I do. So I was like, yo, I need to just give them some music.
Right.
And that project changed my life. Up for Days is what it came off of. That whole thing just changed my life.
And I hear that same project is the one that Jay-Z heard, where he wanted to sign you to Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Was that the same project?
Yeah.
Were you surprised when Jay-Z was like, yo, we want you? Because, I mean, that's Hove.
Yeah, that's Hove, exactly. Honestly, I don't think the reaction would have been as crazy for me if it was somebody else.
Yeah.
But, like, I idolized Jay my whole life, so for him to even listen, like, to even give it a shot. Right. Let alone like it, let alone be like, have like quotables that he liked from it. And I was just like, it's still like mind-boggling to me until now. Well,
I mean, I can only imagine, because if I saw Jay-Z right now, I might fall out. Like, that's my all-time idol, real talk. Now,
Hove's the man.
People were also surprised because maybe not so much in Canada, but here we found out, oh, he's actually part of The Weeknd's crew. Oh, The Weeknd's on this record. Oh, they're actually really tight, and they write together all the time. Like, how was The Weeknd's reaction to seeing you as being one of his friends blow and your hit single and what you're doing now?
I mean, without him, it's like, I don't think like what I'm doing right now would really be possible, because like his belief in what I was doing and seeing what I could do in the studio and all that, is what really led me to take my, artist career that much more serious. I always made music because I love to make music regardless. Right. I'll make music until the end. Like, that's just what I do, you know? I can't imagine life any other way. But he like, his belief really inspired me to do bigger things with the music. And then, he's the guy's a genius, you know? So being around him and being in the studio with him and being blessed enough to work with him in a lot of situations, I learned so much too, and when it comes to his craft, like, he's the master of his craft. Like, he's hands-on with everything from the producers to anybody that walks in the studio. Yeah. He's hands-on with his stuff, and, that's why his music is so, like, distinctive and so different, because it really is a representation of him and what he wants to do and his vision. Yeah. No,
I mean, that's incredible. I think that you guys have a great working relationship personally, because what I saw also, I was like, he also co-wrote Earned It and The Hills. Like, those are some of my favorite records. So I can't wait to see what your other
I was blessed that he really involved me with stuff like that, because like I said, like, those are like things that he conjures up, and, that's his world. I'm blessed enough to compliment, whatever he needs, or whenever he needs me, I'm there,
But you can hold your own too, which is what I'm excited about.
Which is that's really what I wake up and get excited about every single day.
Is you making music?
Yeah.
It should be.
And you know what people hear in the music is the greatest part, is like, you never want to put stuff out and it goes on deaf ears. Like when you actually put it out and there's people appreciating it out there and
reaction.
Like, it's incredible, man. For me, there's no better feeling in the world.
Oh, I will tell you right now that when I found out that you have a record with the Bay's own Kehlani, this is her hometown. We just premiered a record for her last night. Yeah. But how did that come together?
Honestly, we've been friends just kind of just like through social media and like having like certain like fans overlap and be like, oh, I want to see Kehlani and Belly do a song together, and then like she would like the tweet, you know what I mean? Just like real
He
like
was like, I saw you like that, Kehlani.
like
Yeah, yeah.
real petty like social media like
Yeah.
and then we just became hella cool. Like she's like really a genuine dope person, and like I rarely have any friends in the industry.
Really?
Yeah, and not to say anything is I'm not gonna go and like spread dirt, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm love and positivity all the time, but
Right.
I just keep to myself. And she's somebody that was like, I was like, nah, I could really be friends with this person. Like she's a genuine soul, and her energy's great. So
Yeah.
we vibed out. That was honestly the first collaborative effort that we worked on. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so for that to even happen, like just the first time, and that's what shows you, like we had been like friends for so long before that.
Yeah.
So when the music actually came out, like you could really feel like certain chemistry, and in the music, it's
genuine.
like it's not like it's not like an awkward zone where it's like, all right, you two get in the room and make a song now.
Yeah.
We were just vibing out and having a good time and being in the studio doing what we love, and then boom, the song came about. So,
That's amazing. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Was it only your record that you guys worked on, or did you possibly work on some records with her as well?
I mean, for me personally,
Yeah.
I don't never, I never say this is mine or this is this
Yeah,
person's.
yeah, yeah.
This is, like we just create, you know what I mean? And I definitely would love to contribute to what she's doing. I think what she's doing is so incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she just premiered a record last night that
Yeah, it was
going crazy over.
Nah, it's dope.
So
It's dope. I like the record a lot. She actually sent it to me, man. I told her I really like the record.
I love the fact that what you're saying to me right now is actually genuine. You know how you can tell when you talk to somebody when they mean what they're saying, and like you actually are smiling when you're talking about it. So I was like, yo, he's really genuine. He loves Kehlani. Like that's family for us. So
Yeah.
I like
Nah,
to
for
see.
For me too. For real.
You know what I mean?
The whole squad, man. Like David. Like that's really.
Right.
That's really home team. That's fam. You know what I mean? So.
Well, just so you know, the Bay Area can be your second home. I already told you look like you could be from the Bay, so come back whenever you want to.
Nah, I'll be here. And honestly, I'm kind of old school with my look, man. I've had this look since like '07.
Yeah.
All right, I got TBTs to prove it. All right, I got whatever you want, Flashback Fridays,
I wanna
Throwback
see
Thursdays,
those, yo.
Way Back Wednesdays,
Tag me.
whatever y'all want, I got them. Okay, I've been looked like this.
He's like, it's been the same, right? So why did you decide to drop another mixtape instead of an album, Another Day in Paradise? Like,
I mean, like again, it's just like before we were talking about not conforming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think like why I even chose to go with Jay and with Rock Nation is because it's like that's an artist's building. It's not a guy wearing a suit. It's like looking at everybody like they're stocks. Like Jay-Z looks at artists like they're artists. And and I think the company runs under that ideology. So for me, like the freedom I've had, I do U-turns all the time. I'll be like, all right, nah, we're not doing that no more. We're doing this. I'm like, all right, Belly,
do what you want.
go ahead. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
they really just let me do what I want to do. And I felt like at that point, I wanted to keep giving like my core audience music. And like, we could reach out and we're going to reach out and we're going to grow. And like, that's what I'd rather do.
Right.
I'd rather grow with everybody, and it'd be like an organic thing. Where, the movement just becomes too big to control, and then, boom. And then it's like, okay, album time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I feel like, with releasing this again, it's like the first time, and I put out Up for Days, Might Not.
Yeah.
Came off of that right away, and like radio wanted it, and God
Crazy.
bless, like the thing went crazy.
Yeah.
And then, with this one again, like organic, just got one of the homies and made some music.
Yeah.
And now you with Kehlani is coming off of this, and everybody's like, yo. And I'm like, we still doing mixtapes. Like, I got stuff put away for the album,
Which is
that's like phenomenal compared to some of the stuff that's on the tapes.
Well, clarify for me, because I've always wondered this. A lot of people are actually blowing off of mixtapes right now, just straight mixtapes. What is the difference to you between a mixtape and an album?
All right, the best way I could put it to you is like this. It's like there's original music you use in a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like the score, right? So that's the music they give you to change the mood in the movie or to make you scared or to make you feel, certain emotions at certain points. And then there's original songs that they use in the movies. So like mixtapes are like the original songs they use in the movies.
Okay.
And I feel like an album sets up more than that. It sets up the vibe, the feeling of the music that you're trying to put out there. Albums should have a certain heartbeat. That's, in my opinion, it can mean something different to everybody else. But for me, like the album has a whole different heartbeat. It lives in a different place than a mixtape does. A mixtape could be loose. Doesn't really have to have like that curve, almost like feel like a movie.
Go here to there. Yeah.
An album for me has to really feel complete from beginning to end. It has to have like, that curve, that flow that just makes it an album. It has like a specific heartbeat, a feeling,
So what would you say, because I hear that you're already working on your album.
Yeah, I am.
What would you say, give me one word that defines like the feeling you get from the album.
Man, I think for me, I was going for like theatrical.
Okay.
And not in the terms of like the music is theatrical. I mean like the feeling that I want people to get is like, wow, like I'm watching some like spectacle right now.
Yeah.
And that's how I want people to feel when they listen to it. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's like not conforming. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna conform to what people want right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give people something that they don't know they want yet.
Yeah.
And when they get it, they'll know how much they want it and how much they've been missing it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to give people.
Well, me personally, I'm looking forward to the album because I want to see this performance. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see what you define as a performance, because I always love albums just because I feel like you can really get to know an artist based on his first album defines an artist.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm excited just because I like what I see here. So I'm going to probably like this album as well.
Thank you.
Just saying. Nan, I also will say, you also define, I know you say you don't like to conform. I knew that when you said, I'm not performing at KMEL because Donald Trump is here today.
Yeah. It was an easy decision to make. A lot of people are like, man, that must have been. I'm like, no, it was real easy. It wasn't like, let me sleep on it. It was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not even political for me. It's like a human issue. You know what I mean? Like when you have somebody that's kind of like anti-human to me.
No, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's what we've been seeing in the news over the last 3-4 weeks. Last years, but especially so now, that people are just lacking that human nature to just love one another and care versus assuming and people are dying and just not having any empathy for each other, and you're just seeing a repeat process. So I completely understand that. I respect you for that. So I just wanted to give you kudos for doing that.
Honestly, I appreciate you, saying that and stuff. But like I said, it was like the right, for me, it was the right decision. I make that decision 100 times again.
Well, kudos to you. Now, have they said, yo, can we get you back?
Nah. Fox News wanted an interview right away. I turned that down too.
Of course, Fox News did.
I turned that down too. Like I wasn't gonna walk into an ambush, but that's like I said, that's me, man. I don't care. Like people would take the TV time or want to get confrontational or whatever, and like I'm cool. Like I know where my people are at. I know the beliefs that we all share.
Yeah.
And like for me, it doesn't matter. Like I don't. It's cliche to say it, but we should say it all the time. Is like it doesn't really matter. As long as all of our energies are in line, and the love and the positivity's there.
Yeah.
Nothing else really matters. What I mean? You got to love your own, and love everybody that surrounds you, and don't give nobody a reason to really, hate you for no reason, or be out there doing crazy nothing. Just live your life. I really feel like that's like the answer to everything. And right now, everybody's so disconnected. That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's like the universe is like a consistent energy that we need to tap into, and nobody. I'm not gonna say nobody, but a lot of people forgot how to tap into that.
Yeah, tap in and just empathize and understand each other's experiences.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway. So I also saw that you also co-wrote on Beyonce's album.
Yeah.
How was that? Did you guys actually get in the studio together?
Nah, she actually played it for me in the studio one day. When it was when the vocals were laid down and stuff. That was actually the same day that I met Ho for the first time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, man, shout out to Big John from Warner Chapel. Like he heard that song. It was actually like one of my records, and
yeah, I
would have never expected, in a million years, like for him to be like, yo, Beyonce. I was like, why, are you serious? But for someone like that tells you that, it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna take your word for it. And then,
He's like,
before we know it, boom, 6 Inch Heels, Beyonce.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like, the way it came together was legendary.
that is something that you will forever be able to say. Like, you can't say nothing to me. I helped with Beyonce album. Like, bruh, I've gotten my stamp of approval. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, man. That's I don't know. Even from a songwriting standpoint, it's like kind of like the upper echelon of everything.
Yeah, that's the next level,
yeah,
bruh.
That's
a level that a lot of us can't get to. Like,
man, like I said, it was a blessing that it got there. It started off with just one of my own records that
Yeah.
somebody kind of heard something to, or I don't know what happened. They Big John heard something and was like, yo, we got to move on this. And
you know what's interesting about this whole thing is that I can see that you're very conscious. And when you listen to Beyonce's album, of course, she takes you through a story like we were talking about before. But she also touches on a lot of issues like Black Lives Matter and whatnot. And I also know that you are very vocal about it on Twitter about Black Lives Matter and what you're seeing in the news. Like, do you feel like celebrities have a responsibility to be vocal when it comes to social issues like this? Like, you got to use your voice, or?
That's like saying you got a responsibility to breathe.
That's true.
We don't got a responsibility to breathe. We just breathe. You know, like if something bothers you and you don't want to say nothing about it because you feel like it might hurt your pockets or it might hurt your social standing or whatever, then you're not standing for who you are as a person. You know, I'll take the backlash. I got all kind of racists that are in my mentions now talking about go back to where you're from. And, dirty Muslim or whatever it may be. But
ridiculous.
But I get it, and I know what comes with it, and I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, we're in it for a bigger reason. I feel like.
Well, I actually, to some degree, appreciate that just because it kind of exposes those undercover bigots and racists for what you are. We now know, like, I just read a story earlier today about a nurse who got fired because of a racist comment that she put on Facebook. And I'm like, you have to understand that things that you say and your beliefs can truly affect you in the long run, and not just you, but other people as well. But I do think there should be repercussions for that. So once again, applaud to you for being vocal, even if it's just how you feel, for not feeling like I can't say it because I'm afraid of the bad PR.
Yeah.
But since we are talking about Twitter, you don't just express your opinion or your feelings on it. You say some wild-ish on Twitter. Like,
I'm crazy sometimes. Honestly, like sometimes there's points in my life where my phone needs to be taken away.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's nobody, there's like no dominant force in my life that could take my phone away when it needs to be taken away.
Yeah.
And we end up with the crazy tweets you're talking about.
Well, let's talk about them because I decided I needed you to explain a couple of these for me.
Oh my God.
And let me know what it is exactly that you're talking about. So if you don't mind, pull up one of your tweets.
All right, let's see.
If you don't mind reading it to the people for me.
I want to be the first man to smoke weed in space. That's real. I really want to be the first man to smoke weed. I don't know, has it happened yet?
No. Well, we don't know that. They haven't told us.
Yeah.
But I imagine that NASA wouldn't allow somebody to smuggle weed into space, right?
Look, man, if I found a way to get it up there and we were up there already, and I found a way I could light it, I'd probably light it up there and just take the repercussions as they come, just to be the first one to do it.
Light it in your spacesuit?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Inside the mask. Just fog it up.
You're so silly.
Let's see what else you got picked out, man. This is crazy. Oh, people that hate usually have the worst breath.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Nah, it's true. It's true. Like, you ever hear somebody just come up to you, start talking nasty about somebody else?
Sometimes, yeah.
And then they just be talking nasty for like 5 minutes, and you're like, man, you're talking so crazy.
Yeah.
That it's like the energy of what you're saying is making your breath stink.
Oh, shit.
Like, you can smell the shit. I don't know if I can say that. I'm sorry, but, you can literally smell the shit off of people's breath when they talk ish, whatever you want to call it.
I can tell you're not the one that want to hear that either, so it's like, hella stupid.
Oh man, you picked. Oh, this one was legendary. Oh man, I said hoes these days having babies for Instagram likes. Yeah, I don't even remember writing this one. Oh my God.
I imagined when I read that he was on a specific page. He was like, she got hella Instagram likes on this.
Yo, man, I don't even know why I said that.
Was you high?
I was something. I don't know. I was on something. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember writing that, but that is hilarious. Like if I
Really?
just made myself laugh with my own joke, that's a good joke.
See, now this is your last one. Now you understand why we doing this.
Yeah, no, I like this. This is actually amazing. Yes. I knew you were gonna pull this one up.
You pulled it.
I need to address this.
Okay.
Okay, so one day I'm gonna meet my dream girl on farmersonly.com.
What?
Yo, this was obviously a joke, but so many people took this serious. People actually thought I was really talking. Like, first of all, I got like a bunch of messages thinking I got hacked.
Okay.
First of all, they're like, "Yo, you got hacked, bro. Somebody's tweeting about farmersonly.com on your shit."
What is Farmers Only?
Yo, it's this commercial I see late at night. And yeah, like you watch late TV and you see this commercial. And it's like, man, what is it? So, on farmersonly.com. Yeah, I don't know that. On farmersonly.com. And then at the end it goes, "City folks just don't get it." You never seen that?
No.
Oh my God, that's really why I did it. I was I really saw this commercial so many times, and then one day I just had to say something about it. I wanted to see if anyone out there actually was watching this commercial at this time too.
Yeah.
And it was crazy how many people hit me back and were like, "Yo, you talking about farmers only?" Like they were hitting me with the slogans, and then it was crazy.
But did you get a bunch of farmer chicks trying to hit you up like, "I'm a farmer. You don't have to go to Farmers Only"?
No. No, thankfully not, man. I like my city girls, man.
I would love to see you performing in some hillbilly town.
No, I perform for anybody.
Yeah.
I'll be right there. Farmersonly.com, sponsored by. I'll be right there performing on top of a goat, no problem. The goat on a goat. You know what I mean? I'll be right there. No problem. Cut the check.
Oh my God. This is why I rock. Belly, we appreciate you so much for coming through. I cannot wait for the new project because I hear you're also working on the mixtape as you're working on the album. Like, damn, you just dropped a mixtape last month.
Yeah, and that's like I told you. I'm just making music, man. We going, like I said, the heartbeat's going to tell me where to put what,
Do you think that you're going to drop another mixtape or album this year?
Yeah.
So it's going to be this year?
I'm definitely dropping more music this year.
Okay.
100%.
Well, we're excited for that. I'll be waiting.
I am
gonna,
too.
Put my alerts on for Belly. And you got these new
That's
tracks.
what's up.
Now, if people want to follow you, see what you got going on, how can they find you?
So on Instagram, it's just Belly.
Yeah.
How'd
you get that? Damn, you lucked
The
up.
mob. That was the mob. I called it my mob favor with that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing.
It's like you flexed.
Honestly, somebody had it and was like, I guess they got to be inactive for a certain amount of time,
Oh.
and then they'll take it for you.
Dope.
But unfortunately, on Twitter, @Belly is very active, and so I'm rebellious on Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's your Snapchat?
Man, what is my Snapchat? Oh yeah, up 4 days, spelled FOUR, up 4 days.
Why is it different?
Cause I couldn't get the original way, so I was like, this is kind of witty.
I feel like
use the other one.
I feel like y'all celebrities like to switch up your Snapchats because you don't want people to find you on Snapchat, but y'all be wilding on Snapchat.
Nah, I'm the worst, man. First of all, it takes me so much longer than everybody else to finally get on a social network and actually use it.
Yeah.
I'm such a private person.
Yeah.
So Snapchat is so invasive that it's been really hard for me to be consistent with my Snapchat.
To use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you should express your thoughts like you do on Twitter, but just say it on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like
I might do that.
I'll probably be in tears like I am right now. I'm literally crying. So anyway, thank you again for sliding through. So excited
thank you
for
for
you.
having me, for
Can't
real.
wait for the new projects.
Thank you.
Your girl Shay Diddy, Belly. It's 106 KMEL.